Yeah. Maybe Rockingham will get a chance here in about 2 years with the All-Star race and maybe make Wilkesboro a points race in 2026. I know they've already locked it in next year. It's going to be another All-Star race.
Yeah, no, it needs to be a points race. They need to take, races away from the mile and a half and 2 miles. I'd like to see Pocono go down to one race.
Actually, I think Pocono is one. The one I'd like to see go down to one is probably Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas has got 2. I'd rather just see one Las Vegas race.
Those mile and a half tracks, I mean, they're cool, but they have way too much of them, and they don't have enough short tracks. Phoenix is cool. New Hampshire's, it's not as exciting as, Phoenix and New Hampshire are both a mile, but Phoenix configuration is more of short track style than New Hampshire is. They need more 5/8 mile rather than something that's a mile and over.
Yeah. Martinsville's pretty good too. I like Martinsville. I plan on going there in the fall.
I've actually never been to Martinsville.
Never?
No, I've been to Bristol. I've raced Bristol, and I've watched races at Richmond, but I've actually never have been to Martinsville.
That's something new for you too. I've only watched it on TV, of course, but I like to. Yeah, that's the plan is to go because actually Wilkesboro was my first ever Cup race that I went to. So it was a cool experience. Martinsville, I know it'll be a good race because it's a points race and it's the last race before the championship, so the battle will be incredible.
Oh yeah, the stakes are very, very high for that race.
Yeah, hopefully my driver pulls it out again this year, Ryan Blaney.
Who's your driver?
Ryan Blaney. Aye, Ryan.
We raced with, he was in quarter midgets when I just got out of it. I don't think Danny raced against him. I can't remember because we were racing with, the Blaneys were racing, I forget his sister's name. She raced and Ryan raced. And then, Jeff Burton's kid, Andy raced with Harrison for a couple of years.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And it's pretty cool because Ryan Blaney is just out of High Point. So that's cool. But lives in Huntersville now.
Yeah, no, it's kind of neat seeing, I remember when Andy and Harrison were running around and then seeing him in the Cup Series now. It's funny saying I remember, being at the quarter midget track with these kids.
Oh yeah, it's definitely really cool. Ryan, he's doing good this year. He's rebounding good off of defending season. Last year, everyone was saying it was a bad year, but if you think about it, it was actually a pretty good year because the year before he didn't win a race, but the All-Star race, but that really didn't count as points. So last year was a good comeback for a championship.
Yeah. To be honest, I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to NASCAR this year.
Yeah, it's I don't like the stages all that much, but yeah. See, the race I liked was probably the Chicago Street Course. That is probably my favorite road course. I like that race.
It's interesting, but I'm not a fan of the cars that this what is it, Gen 6?
7
car. It just where NASCAR is going, I don't agree with their trajectory. So it's hard for me to get into it, as far as follow it and stuff, just because for me, I feel like they're going in the wrong direction.
Oh yeah, I have a couple of these new Gen diecasts sitting right beside me, and let's see. And like I said, I'm hoping Blaney wins championship. But if I had another pick, I think it's finally the 11 Denny Hamlin's year. I don't know why, but I think it's his year. I think he's got it.
He's definitely the front runner for sure, and having the experience that Denny has, being in the car as long as he has, he's the one that's got the. I guess his shell would be at least cracked if there was pressure that would be applied. If something were to go wrong or something like that, he'd have to bounce back from it.
Yeah. Maybe one of those two. That's who I'm hoping for at least. Or William Byron. I like William pretty good too. Yeah.
Yeah, he was always a good super driver.
Oh yeah. I wish he'd come race at Wilkesboro tomorrow, but a lot of them, they don't really want to race off, like on their weeks off. I can understand. That's a lot of racing they got to do every week, a lot of miles.
Yeah, when it turns into a job, it's hard to enjoy it as a hobby or go back to enjoying it as a hobby.
Yeah. At least Dale Jr. is doing the Cars Tour stuff, and Kevin Harvick, but they only do it every once in a while, and they are the ones that actually own the Cars Tour series, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of money floating into that series. And, that was one of the best touring series we ran. We ran with the Supers. How many years ago was that? That was probably 4 or 5 years ago now. But that was that was probably the best well-run tour that we've been to. And, we ran everything from the NASCAR modified tours, North and South. We ran the Rock Tour. We did I guess it was called the SMRS Tour, the Coma Tour. But the Cars Tour was the best touring series as far as well-run, the way they did the race days. Jack really put a good deal together with that series.
Oh yeah, it's going to be good tomorrow too. I mean, it's pretty good races with the Cars Tour. I like what they're doing with that. Yeah. Anyways, we have reached the end of this episode. Once again, I appreciate you for coming on here and speaking with me about racing.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Oh yeah. I wish you luck tomorrow. Weather dependent, of course. Like I said, kind of hoping it rains it out so I don't have to miss a Bowman Gray race. Anyways, if it doesn't rain it out, good luck. Hopefully you go win that money tomorrow. And yeah.
I appreciate it. It was fun talking with you.
Oh yeah. We'll do it again sometime. Maybe I'll have Charlie with me next time.
Sounds good.
Alright. Thank you. You have a good night.
Alright. You too.
Alright. Well, thanks to everybody for coming on here and listening. Pretty good episode, pretty good comeback. Thanks to Mike again for coming on here, speaking with me. Charlie, I don't know what happened to him today. He ain't responded to me all day. We'll have to find out. We'll see what he said. I forgot. You said we might not. I tried to call him all day, man. Tried calling. I can't be the only one that starts saying what I'm texting. Man, it's like nobody answers when it's time to go. I even tried to get Kenny from the vlogs to come on here and co-host. Yeah, it's pretty chill when it's just you. Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming on here, coming back to SNR Talks and listening. Hopefully everyone had a good time. I know I did. So yeah, till next time, I'll see you guys next time on SNR Talks. Peace.